What advice would you give a younger person if they wanted to invest in the stock market? Thank you.
Well, I'm not exactly, I got interested probably when I was maybe 7 or thereabouts. And I used a chart and do all that sort of thing. And then finally I read Graham's book when I was at the University of Nebraska, The Intelligent Investor, when I was 19, and that just changed my whole framework. But the advice I would give is to read everything in sight, and to start very young. It's a huge advantage in almost any field to start young. And if that's where your interest lies, and you start young and you read a lot, you're going to do well. I mean, there are no secrets in this business that only the priesthood knows. I mean, we do not go into temples and look at tablets that are only available to those who have passed earlier tests or anything. It's all out there in black and white. It's a simple business. It requires qualities of temperament way more than it requires qualities of intellect. I mean, if you've got more than 125 IQ, you can throw away the rest of the points or give them to your other members of the family or do something, because you don't need it in investing. But you do need a certain temperament that enables you to think for yourself, and then you have to develop a framework. And I developed it from reading Ben Graham. I didn't come up with it myself. Very simple framework. And then you have to look for opportunities that fit within that framework as you go through life. And you can't do something every day. You can learn every day, but you can't act every day. And I talked about reading the annual reports of Anheuser-Busch for 25 years, but I've read the reports of Coca-Cola and Gillette and all kinds of companies long before we invested in them. And if you enjoy the game, you'll find that like playing bridge or playing baseball or whatever. And if you don't enjoy it, you probably won't do well on it. But I would advise you to start early, read everything in sight, look for the successful framework that's been successful for people. And there's nothing like Graham's, in my view.